Fire it well. Let him have it. You guys get back. All right, excellent. We managed to get all of them except for one, and by the time that guy turns around, that'll be the end of him.
Sweet indeed.
Okay, guys, welcome back. So, just a few things to go over on the campaign map. For a start, I actually renamed a few of the settlements, basically to what I've been calling them. So this was Orduga something, I don't even remember, but now it is just Orduga. And we've renamed these two dwarven holes to New Rhun and Skara. Again, just for... So I've been calling them that this whole time, but now the names actually reflect that. Alright, so now heading back up north here. So Captain Nar, and I think this was always Captain Nar's force. I think he was this was the force that was standing right here, headed to Redwater, then headed north, and is now heading down to Borg. And, well, he's not going to make it there in time because Golgo is going to flatten the place next turn. I guess he could turn around and get to Redwater before Golgo could actually catch him, but I don't know if that's what they would do. This is just his backup forces heading behind him to take over the place, and now we've been able to move at least some troops out of Cardavan to head over there as well.
Mighty General, forward! Sire!
Alright, so then we head west, and here's the battle we're going to fight at Kaupobaurg. Kaupobaurg? That name might also get shortened, just so you know. This is the battle we're going to fight this turn. Olworth the Legend is going to break in his new sellsword units on a somewhat sizable fight with the dwarves. I guess by the standards of the dwarves, this is absolutely a sizable fight. Fortunately, almost entirely miners. We have one unit of warsmiths and, of course, the faction heir with his bodyguard. So that's a little unfortunate, but hey, that's better than what we were facing at Ronavost. Which, basically, Ulasil is retraining his units to make use of the, what's the word for it? Higher weapon quality. And then he will move on to Widu. And you see, he'll have an even more serious fight on his hand than Olworth does at Kaupobaurg. Yeah, that one's going to have to be shortened. We do have Gislik coming up here, and actually I didn't actually move him. Let's see, I assume I didn't move Gisnog either. Alright, there you go. Alright, nothing else I think is really happening across the map. Nothing else looks familiar anyways. Alright, so let's just get right into the battle here. Okay guys, welcome to the battle. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Order them to finish the defenders.
Not going to say that the walls are not breached yet. I'm not going to say it. Also not going to say that they broke before the catapult shots actually hit them. Alright. Guess we might as well start shooting. Let's fire on the old guard, actually, before they get too much closer. And let's have these guys start firing at will. Actually, you know what? Why don't you guys get a little... Oh, wait a minute. We don't want them to get a lot closer because the catapults, as you can see, are here and are as inaccurate as ever. So, here, you know what? Right in front of the catapults. Then you could fire at will once you get there. It's the old guard and the warsmiths are the ones we are worried about. So actually, where are the warsmiths? Is that you? No. Miners. Ah, here are the warsmiths over here. It certainly would be nice if we could shoot them with our arrows. Oh,
Mighty Lord.
guard mode for you. Guard mode for you as well.
Guard position.
And there's going to be a lot of miners being shot now. Oh, a few of the warsmiths are going to be hit. Oh, and oh joy, they're actually coming closer. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. This is what we wanted to see. How are the catapults doing, actually? Oh, good. He's standing up on a hill, so our catapults have a better line of sight to him. Oh, we might accidentally destroy the gates, too. Yep, those gates are going to go down very soon by the look of it. Chaos, death, destruction. So wonderful. Buildings are on fire. You can practically smell the burning wood from here. Oh good, the Warsmith unit has almost been entirely eliminated. That just leaves, we need the Old Guard to take some more shots from the catapults. Ah, dang, that was a close one. No cigar. There we go. And the general is dead.
Now we will see the measure of his soldiers' courage.
Indeed we shall. Oh, I hear more dwarves dying, and yes, it looks like it. Oh, goodness. Or, oh, evilness. I really shouldn't be saying, oh, goodness.
Side. Kill them.
All right, but anyway, I think you guys have seen enough now. Well, actually, I'll let you go in just a minute. But first, let's just watch these miners take a few arrows. Just for the sake of it. Oh, the warsmiths are back. Can't help but notice they seem to be dying. Now there's one warsmith left. Come on, kill him! Alright, there we go. Still have about half our ammo left, too. In the, for the archers. And actually for the catapults, too. Ah, good. Yes. Yes. I don't know why, but for some reason this bombardment seems much more exciting than normal. I'm almost reluctant to let you guys go. Maybe it's just the number of units. Well, no, the last couple of battles had sizable units, and actually they were quite exciting too, weren't they? I think we were a little more active, like we weren't quite... Like, I was bombarding, yes, but I was also having to pay close attention to the archers to kind of, you know, maneuver them. I was using horse archers as well. Whereas in this case, you know, I'm literally just doing nothing except watching the catapults fire their shots and listening to the archers fire their shots. Oh, there they are. I was like, who are they shooting at? A minor unit has come too close. Is paying the price for that. Yes, the village burns. We'll rebuild it. I mean, some of it. We'll also probably end up knocking down a few buildings once we've, well, we'll actually might end up retraining some units. I mean, I think our actual regular units won't be able to be retrained at all, but the sellswords might be able to get a bit of an upgrade. Of course, that also does somewhat assume that they actually survive the battle as well, because, let's be honest, that may not be the case. Alright, but anyway, I think we've seen enough now, so I will just go ahead and let you guys go, and I will bring you back once the bombardment is over. Okay, guys, welcome back.
Units! Units, run!
So, we have fired every catapult shot, and we have fired quite a lot of our arrows, though not quite all of them. The problem is that all the enemies seems to be going away, so I think I'm going to try and lure them in a bit by having our sellswords
Infantry! Infantry!
get a move on.
Double time! Infantry! Units!
We'll have our warblades just kind of line up back here, and we'll have Ulwarth stand next to the archers.
Hurry!
Yes, as you can see, the archers did quite a bit of work, and I should have shown you the old guard getting slaughtered by the archers as well. I do think it makes quite a difference, or maybe I'm just imagining it, but shooting them in the back, like as they're trying to like run away, does seem to do more damage than if we were just firing at them head on. Now the old guard literally has just five guys left. Sellswords are charging in. It is confusing because sellsword really is just another word for mercenary, right? So they don't literally have to have swords. Like these are sellsword axemen. But I keep wanting to like call them all sellswords, which they are. But I do want to differentiate between them. And what are you doing? Don't fire.
Cease fire!
Okay. That was a little close there. I want to basically pick my targets, I think. For example, I think we would like to hit that guy as he comes up. Just a couple of shots. All right. Just one shot by the look of it.
Infantry!
All right, let's get these sellswords over here.
Infantry!
Let's get these axemen on the other side of them there. Oh, actually,
Quickly! With all
let's have this unit turn to face them since they're coming towards us, and then this unit get behind them and prepare to attack. By prepare to attack, I mean go ahead and attack now. All right, and we'll bring Ulwarth over here since I think the fighting is going to be fiercest over here. We'll need his bodyguard.
infantry!
Also, the axeman unit is ever so slightly better than the swordsman unit anyways. All right, and while they're all fighting here, let's have the warblades. Can I not get the... Okay, there we go. They can run in through the gate and through the side here, especially since it looks like these guys have succeeded in slaughtering them.
Missiles, units!
Let's also bring in the archers.
Double time! Mighty general!
All right, mighty general. Let's get your bodyguard committed here.
The enemy have lost the walls. Send your troops and take the rest of the settlement.
Get back in position!
Ah, that's unfortunate. Now the swordsmen are being attacked from behind, and the last of the old guard are coming up here to join them.
Infantry!
Still, we should be able to grind down these units somewhat quickly. Oh, good.
Infantry!
Wait, what units are these? Oh, yes, the axemen. All right, why don't you guys get up here? Or actually, why don't you get over here?
Units! Double time!
And let's bring the archers forward. Probably here?
Units! Double time!
Yeah, right here. And they should be able to fire into the center of the settlement, and they'll have the axemen to guard them, basically.
Mighty
All right, where's our mighty general? Okay, he is back there. Very good. Ah, yes, these guys are being killed. That is unfortunate. Maybe I should actually save them. Let's have a warblade unit get over here,
with all haste!
help them out.
Infantry!
Oh, actually, they're being slaughtered. Warblades, stay here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Mighty General, do not charge in there.
Units!
Wait, where did he go? Okay, there he is. He's a little farther back. Okay. Actually, we will have the Warblades go there after all. I didn't realize there's actually 2 units of... what do you call them? Miners. There's 2 units of miners there.
Missiles. Units.
All right, you guys. You may fire your remaining shots. Oh, dear. Well, you know what? I guess just go ahead and attack them then. You guys charge forward. Okay, stop firing. Let's get this unit here to intercept them.
Infantry.
Actually, right here.
All haste.
And then attack. And you guys get behind them over here.
All haste.
The reason I'm doing that is because I'm hoping that we could... Oh, here. Attack them. Attack, attack.
Quickly. Infantry. Infantry.
All right, where's our mighty general? Okay, he is back there.
Mighty general. Get back in position. Infantry.
You guys go ahead and charge those miners. All right. Anyway, the idea is that I could probably have the archers, or some of them at least,
Missiles.
fire... Oh, you're out of ammo. All right, well, you pull back then.
Hurry. Infantry.
Okay, you're a little ways back. That's good.
Units. Units. Infantry. Missiles. Units. Missiles. Units.
Oh, here. Get over here and intercept them.
Missiles.
You guys are out of ammo, as are you, actually. So why don't you pull out of here?
Missiles.
You as well. Get out of here.
Infantry.
Okay, the dwarves are really wanting to retreat, so you know what? Let's let them. Pull the axes over here.
Units. Charge.
All right, kill off the remaining old guard.
Units. Charge.
Oh, those guys are being finished off as well. Very good.
Missiles.
Okay, that leaves you guys. All right, you both still have ammo, so go ahead and fire. All right, yes. Kill those 2 old guardsmen.
Ready.
Oh, and they're out of ammo.
Missile.
Or at least the unit on the left is. And I assume this other unit is now out of ammo as well. All right,
Infantry.
now you can go ahead and just intercept them, and the archers can just leave.
Missiles. Units. Move at the double. Infantry. Attack
Right,
quickly.
you guys get over here and intercept them.
Infantry.
Let's pull our swordsman forward, along with our general. Okay, we only lost a couple of warblades, and I don't think we'll need them for the rest of the battle, so they can just all kind of stand over here for a bit.
Infantry. Attack quickly. Infantry.
Oh, did they just try and retreat, like, through our unit? I think they did. Yes, the swordsmen took quite a beating,
Mighty general.
even with the mighty general there to assist them. All right, let's see if we can get these guys up here to help chop away at these miners. Let's see, we'll have the actual sword units just kind of form up over here
Units. Double time.
to make sure they don't intercept us. Okay, these guys are winded, but you know what? That's fine. That's not so bad.
Charge. Regroup.
I don't like that Olworth is standing over there. He is pretty far from the fighting, but
Infantry.
if they come out of the center of the settlement, they could easily come and get him. So let's actually have these units over here, and we'll have basically an extra bodyguard. Oh, they're routing. Okay, let's let them form up. All right, now. No, 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 no. Olworth? Olworth? Olworth, get out of there. Right, and pour in every other unit. All the rest of you get in there. Okay, Olworth did escape.
Mighty general.
Protect Allworth with your lives! Okay, now that he is safe, we can reform the bodyguard a bit. And get them to help kill the rest of these dwarves.
Mighty general! Move!
Okay, you know what? A fair amount of the bodyguard is at the front.
Stand your ground!
Here, let's just focus on the axemen
Units!
and the bodyguard to fight, and I guess we'll just have the swordsmen get out of the way, because we actually have quite the mess of units here at the moment. Yeah, I do not see Allworth, but the point is that he's not here at the front, so I guess wherever he is fine.
Mighty general! Infantry! Infantry! Units! Infantry! Charge!
Come on, finish them off. There's 2 left over here. Oh, that guy's dead. 2 left. They're actually facing some of the bodyguard, as well as some of the axemen. So come on. Chop, chop. Literally, as in chop the dwarf. Dwarves. There's 2 of them. Chop the dwarves. Sometime today, please. There are 2 miners here. These are not old guard. Just let them have it. Holy smokes, how many hits is that guy going to take? I could kill him already. There we go.
Victory is yours,
Ah,
and no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
all right. Quite a lot of casualties, but of course, they'll be almost exclusively the cell swords, which is fine. That's why they're here. We only lost 2 warblades and a couple, 3 of the general's bodyguard. So obviously we'll get them back pretty quickly, and they definitely made the dwarves pay for that, for those 3 lives. As did the warblades, actually, making them pay for those 2. Cell swords, not so much, but again, they weren't here to kill the dwarves. I mean, they were, but, you know, slowly and at great expense for their own lives, which is fine. Wow, that miner unit did a lot of damage. I imagine that's one of the units that we were facing right near the wall, since they seem to fight the most. Or it actually could have been one of the units that kind of half surrounded one of my sellsword units. Because I think that one did a lot of damage too, and was fighting with like the admittedly small remnant of the old guard, but still. In fact, I think the old guard must have sold their lives quite dearly, because by the time we actually got into the settlement, there was like 5 of them left, and yet they inflicted 27 casualties, so each of the old guard must have taken at least 5 men with him, plus a couple left over. So yeah, so even though like it looks like the old guard didn't do very well, that's just because they were shot to bits, first by catapults and then by arrows. Once they actually got into the fight, though, the remaining survivors sold their lives dearly. All right, but anyway, let's get back to the campaign map. I mean, I could exterminate the place and take out just the tattered remnants, but there's no point to that, I think. If they're not all that happy to see us, then they're just not all that happy to see us. Ah, and we have some buildings. I wonder, who could... Yeah, it would just be the sellsword units that we would be able to retrain. All right, but anyways, Kaupobaurg, or just... I really don't want to just call it Barg, but I don't like the way that rolls off my tongue, the full name. I guess I'll think about it. All right, anyway. Let's see. Yep, I guess, yeah, that was it. That was the only battle. So I will let you guys go now, and I will bring you back as more of interest occurs. Okay, guys, welcome back. So, starting off here in the north, looks like once again Captain Naer has retreated back. Though all of these forces, well, okay, not all of them actually. I guess just Captain Naer's forces are within range of Redwater, though these other forces could still attack it. I'm guessing it was his mission to actually go to Borg, but then, like, I don't know, the AI realized they weren't going to be able to save it, so they turned around. But now, I really don't know. I want to say, oh yeah, they're going to take Redwater, but I've said that like 2 or 3 times now, and then they never actually do it. So, I guess regardless, Golgo is going to take Borg this turn, and that's the battle we're going to fight. And then he is going to turn around and head north and start attacking the Iron Hills. Looks like we have at least 1, 2, 3 settlements that I'm aware of, though I guess there could be more. And we're kind of covered on our left flank by this river. I mean, there is a crossing here and a crossing here, but the Men of Dale are going to have their own problems to worry about here very soon, as Ulworth the Legend is going to be crossing into their territory and starting to attack over here. In fact, I'm actually giving him the War Guards now instead of the War Blades. Not because I actually don't know if Dale has any heavily armored units, or if they even necessarily have any cavalry right now, but whatever. We're going to use the War Guards instead. If they have cavalry, great. If they don't, then I actually think the War Guards have very high defense anyways. So since they're going to be our stalwart front line, that's fine. And of course, we can use our warriors and our mercenaries as usual anyways. All right, so that's what's happening over there. We've got Ulasil. He's fully retrained and is going to attack Widu next turn. Unfortunately, we do not have any mercenaries. I mean, technically, we have these 2 units here, but they're so small that I thought they wouldn't contribute very much to the battle. So, we're going to fight like the largest dwarven force we ever have, especially if these guys join. In fact, that would almost be a full stack of dwarves. Well, I mean, some of these units are depleted, and of course the hirelings are humans and not dwarves, but you get my point. A near full stack dwarven force here, which, that sounds like that would end quite terribly. Maybe I should have brought those sellswords after all. I mean, I have this tiny unit of Variag warriors here, and yet I brought them along. Well, anyway, I guess it's a little late now, but it doesn't matter, because even if I had brought those 2 units, I don't think I could replace 2, like, actual full units with those 2, like, depleted units and actually still win the battle. This might even be a similar situation to Ronavost, where we have to attack, you know, do as much damage as we can in a first attack, then withdraw and come back for another attack. Fortunately, they don't have any catapults or elite units. They don't even have a general with his bodyguard. Basically, the units we would have to worry about are all these warsmiths, because they have 4 and a third of another. The rest are miners, well, I guess, and the hireling spearmen, but there's hardly any of them. And this unit, or this army here, is just miners anyway, so that would just be 2 more miners to add to the pile. So yes, that may very well be what happens. Just more bombardment, more arrows, a bit of fighting, and then withdrawing and coming back and fighting again.
Eyes are yours.
Put our scout on the other side there. Still, we have depleted the dwarven forces pretty severely in the region. Obviously, they do still have that huge force, but the big force at Ronavost and at Barg, yes, I did rename it. I decided to do that. This is the last huge dwarven force in the area. So once it's done for, however badly it goes, however many casualties we take, dwarven resistance in the area will be broken, and we only need to worry about the north. I actually don't know how many settlements the dwarves of the Iron Hills have left. I actually assume that the dwarves of Erebor actually have quite a few settlements, because they have this one here, this one here. I assume they still have Erebor itself. I don't know, I mean, are there settlements along here? Oh, that's right. I assume there are, because I remember seeing that there was one of their settlements over here. And so I just assume that there's some number of settlements over here, and they are probably held by the dwarves of Erebor specifically. All right, but anyway, that's the situation here. Obviously, we still got Gislik, and we still got Giznog II coming up. Actually, can I change his name? Okay, no, I cannot. I was actually going to put the second in there. But they're still coming up. That's also why it's not necessarily a devastating blow if Ulasil takes heavy casualties. Again, not that we want him to, And we're certainly going to try our best to make sure his army does not get obliterated. But we do still have Gislik with his forces coming up here as well,
Move out!
if that proves necessary. As well as these guys can act... Okay, well, the Variags, at least. The Variag warriors could act as replacements. The cavalry, not so much. Because I'm not expecting big casualties amongst the cavalry. It's the infantry where we will experience some problems.
My eyes are yours.
Should bring the scout right over here, so just so that we can see everything. Yes. There's not much of a garrison here in terms of size, but in terms of quality, they are certainly excellent quality. Enforcers, no less. With upgraded armor, weapons, and extra experience. I'm pretty sure they will still die if we drop a fiery rock on their head, but
My lead!
it's still a little special compared to normal. It's not like when we took, I think it was Cardavan and Dorwinian that had like just one unit each. But I think Dorwinian actually had a general's bodyguard, which obviously that would be a great unit.
Orders!
Alright, but anyway, Golgo is going in. Okay, guys, welcome to the battle.
The cowardly
No, they're not.
You have breached the wall.
No, they're not.
Begin the slaughter.
Shut up. Alright, anyway. Our Dwarven Enforcers, plus a Warsmith, plus the Enforcers. I have to admit, these guys look even meaner than some of the other units. I think if only because they have these big old two-handed axes. But I think the Old Guard by far look the sturdiest. Alright, so anyway, we have broken down those walls, and if you're wondering why we're starting off kind of off to the side here, it's just because the catapults can't go into the trees. In fact, we actually started off over here on this side of the settlement, but there's trees all over the place, and I couldn't move my artillery where I wanted them to go, so just kind of moseyed on over here to this side, even though it also wasn't exactly perfect. Also, the deployment zone didn't extend over to that side. It, like, ended somewhere, like, over here, so... Anyway, let's go ahead and get our catapults forward.
Units! Units! Use fire! Units!
Also bring our archers forward,
Units!
as well as our scout units.
Units!
In fact, you guys can go ahead and fire in the unlikely event the enemy actually comes within range. Once we're done, or once the catapults have finished coming forward here, we're going to target, I think, this Enforcer unit. Because the units, there's not enough units, and they're not close enough to each other that I think stray shots really matter too much. I would like this Warsmith unit to come forward, though, just so we could pelt them with arrows. But I think the catapult shot would be better used against the Enforcers.
Units!
Dang, those guys are already warmed up, and they've hardly gone anywhere. Alright, ready. Target those Enforcers. I mean, they'll have plenty of time to rest now that they're there, but... The bombardment is going to go on for a while, I imagine. You missed. That looked like some good shots there, or at least some potentially good shots there. No, a little lower, a little lower. Ah, come on, guys, it's point-blank range. I actually don't think that matters. Maybe it does, but I don't think it matters, like, if you're, like, really close, if you're, like, more accurate or anything. Or at least, if it is more accurate, it doesn't feel that way. Like, it doesn't seem observable from what I've seen. All right, but anyway, I think we're just going to sit here and bombard them. Oh, bombard them for a bit. There we go. Ah, there we go. Excellent. Did they damage the gate? Oh, they did. All right, well, anyway, we're going to bombard them here for a bit, and so I'll just bring you guys back once the bombardment is over. Okay, guys, welcome back. Our catapults have fired every shot, and they did quite a number on this Enforcer unit. They also killed the enemy captain. That is him right there. He's actually part of the Warsmith unit. We did target them at the very end, but actually the general was killed by a stray shot, or captain was killed by a stray shot that was aimed at the enforcers. So I want to save my arrows for this warsmith unit and whatever's left for the enforcers over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my cavalry with their javelins charge forward, as well as our nomad scouts, or at least we'll see what they do first. It does kind of depend on what they do. I'm assuming that they would come after us. Let's actually bring the archers moving forward. Okay, it looks like they are not coming for us. So if we run over here... How about now? Wow, these guys are, not moving. I mean, I guess they didn't move when they were being bombarded with catapults, so I guess javelins are actually kind of an improvement as far as they're concerned, but still. At least the warsmiths are coming forward, so we can fire on them momentarily. Just a little bit more. I assume they're going to come over here and come for our scouts. Who are refreshed. Yes, good. Excellent. Little bit more. Don't be shy. You just need to wait for them all to be within range. Okay, there we go. Let them have it. Unfortunately, our scout cavalry do not have a lot of ammunition. So I'm not going to have them use their javelins on the warsmiths. Oh, I thought they were going to get an axe off. I mean, a couple of them would. Obviously, most of them died before that. All right. Now that we don't need to worry about them, let's bring in the infantry. Well, the scouts, anyways. And let's see if maybe we can finish off those enforcers. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can use the javelins of the scout cavalry to finish off those enforcers. And I guess if not, then we'll use the scouts, or the infantry scouts. Oh, they're actually moving. You guys retreat back. I think these guys are set to fire at will. Yes, they are. Okay, good. Go ahead and finish them off then. I have to admit, most of those javelins missed, but okay. It's kind of a waste, honestly, but all right, there we go. Excellent. Because you see, again, the javelin throwing units don't have a lot of ammo. All right, so now what to do about this? The cavalry are truly out of ammunition, so why don't you guys just kind of go away? What we'll do, I think, is we'll have the javelins over here. The archers over here. Let's see, and then we'll need some cannon fodder plus the general's bodyguard. And actually, why not one of the warblades just in case?
Send your troops and take the rest of the settlement.
Actually, we don't want everyone to run. Except for the cavalry. You guys can run. Go away.
Missiles.
Let's see. Walk, 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 walk. I just don't want anyone tired as they get up there and fight the enforcers, because the enforcers, that enforcer unit is like completely fine, not damaged at all, not even a little bit. So, in fact, nobody fire at will. I don't want them to come charging out of the settlement until we're, or out of the center of the settlement until we're good and ready. Actually, it is going to take a minute or two for us to get all of our troops in position here, so I think I'll just let you guys go as we march across the bridge here. And we'll bring you back once we're ready to slaughter the enforcers. Okay, guys, welcome back. Everyone is now in position here. The idea is we'll have the warbows start firing. As they come down here, I'm hoping they just come right for the warbows so that we can intercept them with our nomads. And we'll use our general's bodyguard as well to hopefully cut them down. Though I think before even committing the general, we'll actually see if we can have the javelins here actually use up the rest of their shots on the rear of them, assuming we don't use up the rest of the shots as they come down the hill there. It looks like they are within range. So, let us go ahead and begin. They're definitely not dying as quickly as I would like.
Infantry. Charge! Missiles. Units.
Okay. Cease firing.
Infantry. Charge!
Are you out of missiles? You are. Okay. Whoa.
Infantry.
Where are they going?
Infantry. Missiles. Missiles.
They're going right for... That's funny.
Infantry.
All right, you guys, throw your javelins. You guys just kind of stay here, I guess. Ah, so my guys can fire their javelins when they're in melee combat. Oh, hey! They're running! Let them have it! Stop firing at them, though. Because otherwise you'll kill our own guys.
Attack quickly. Attack missiles. Attack.
Kill them all! Kill them all! Oh, don't let that guy get away! Don't let these guys get away! Come on!
Hurry. Wipe them out.
Okay, you guys,
Units.
stop. Archers,
Missiles. Units.
fire at will. Let them have it.
Units.
You guys get back. All right, excellent. We managed to get all of them except for one, and by the time that guy turns around, that'll be the end of him.
Sweet indeed. And all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Indeed. That actually went much better than I thought it would. We did lose some of our scout infantry, of course. Right there at the end where they charged right into them. That was a surprise. They're sitting there engaging with the nomads, the spear ones, the spear nomads. And then they just turn around and go, you know what? We're going to go for the nomad scouts instead. Why? Well, I don't know. It seems like a good idea at the time. But yes, it looks like my javelin units really can do what the AI like ones can do. You know, where they're engaged in melee, but you can still tell them to attack someone. And like the ones that aren't actually fighting with their swords at that moment will pick up their javelins and throw them. So I have to admit, that was still a surprise that the dwarves started to retreat. Because, I mean, most dwarven units pretty happy fighting to the death. I mean, yes, they do retreat from time to time, but I sort of expected the enforcers to be one of those units that just fights until there's... well, until they're all dead, basically. Yes, the enforcers managed to get those 16 guys there. Though I can't help but notice we lost 20. Oh, actually, we have 2 healed. So that would be 18. Meaning we must have killed 2 of our own guys. Probably with javelins or with arrows. All right, but anyway, back to the campaign map. I mean, I'm sort of tempted to let them live. Kind of. But I've seen in the past that, like, I mean, we still have, like, a pretty hefty garrison at Askal. I think there's a couple of other places where we weren't able to, like, fully leave. I mean, we don't have a huge garrison at Askal, but I think it's huge compared to other garrisons anyways. When they're that unhappy, I kind of feel that we do need to knock things down a peg. You see, look. They're happy. The survivors are happy anyways. Well, I mean, even that might be a stretch because, you know, they're unhappy that they're the only survivors. No mercy indeed. Okay, and before we go... this place is now... Org. There we go, much better. All right, so, anyway... that was it for this turn, so I think I'm going to let you guys go here, and I will bring you back as more of interest occurs.